even have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones. We're hot this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whichever day you get a chance to watch us. We're live right here on TV 33, cable channel 91. And I am Billy E. Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones. And without any further hold up, let's bring on the folks who are the guest hosts this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whatever time you're watching us. These fellas are here. And we're going to come directly, and we're going to start to the left side. Mr.
Kenny Candleman. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, and to my right side, your left.
Tom Wilson. Good morning.
Okay, and let's see who we have on the line. Telephone, you're live.
This is Mary Budd.
Okay, Mary. Okay, we're going to speak a little louder, Mary. Thank you so very much. Hold on. And you are, hello.
Hello, good morning, Billy.
Okay, you are.
Deputy Chief Amos.
Okay, hold on. Please, thank you. And we have a line that's open. That's 313-868-0342. You can also join us with your conversation, with your thoughts, with your feelings. And remember, what everyone says, it's their opinion. It's not TV 33, cable channel 91. It's not mine. It's theirs. And the same thing, the same way, we're looking for you to put out your thought, your feelings, and remember one thing. The best opinion in the world, it's your opinion. So put it out there and let folks agree or disagree or, I got to marinate on that. I got to think about that. What do you think about that, Tom?
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
Sounds good, yes.
Ken?
That's the only way to go.
That's right.
Hello?
Hello?
Did you tell all your friends that they can reach and call us this morning from Oakland, California?
I think they know it by now.
Okay. Be sure to tell
But
Cheryl.
my thing is, I just want to know, can you feel it?
Wait, I have to do my move. I have to be able to move and kick my leg up and grab my thigh.
I'm so happy for you.
That's the Michael Jackson move, huh?
I'm very happy
That's a good thing.
because California is practically no more burnt. I'm grateful to God. I mean, a lot of people died. And
She's talking
And
about
it's
the
her.
wildfire. Okay.
and I want to know how thankful you are you're here, like last week. Are you thankful that you're breathing?
Okay. Well, we'll hold back and come back to you just a moment. Sir,
Hey,
what's your thoughts?
as far as
What's going on in your brain, your mind, yourself?
okay, hey man, I'm looking at you on the internet,
Okay.
and you look like you're sitting in the middle of twins.
Twins of wisdom. How about that?
Twins of wisdom, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, but look, my concern, Billy, is council just had a vote on this property tax exemption,
Yes.
and I'm still trying to figure out how Councilmember Sheffield said that this is a win. I listened to the attorney, and I listened to the professor from Chicago a couple weeks ago, and they explained the whole situation, how the citizens of Detroit was overassessed on their property tax. And the sticker, just like last week, it was the issue of the notarization of the exemption form.
Okay, for those who are questioning though, Deb, you say the council voted, correct?
Yes.
And what is the results of the council vote?
It was 8-1. The vote, the one vote was against this bill was
But what we
Lopez.
okay,
She
but
voted in the interest of the people.
okay, but so now it has passed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's passed, then where are we? And I'll bring Tom. Do you know anything about this bill or the passed on it?
I saw just a little bit from what I can understand, you know, the poverty level, you know, those people who are considered, you know, at the poverty level, they will get, to use that word, some kind of way, a break. And I didn't read the whole thing, but, you know, that's what I understood. And when they said, you know, like the people who are at the poverty level getting a break, and I'm kind of going like, well, they just weren't the only ones who were overassessed. I mean, what about, you know, those of us, you know, some of us of means who were overassessed as well, you know. But anyway.
Okay, and how about you, Councilman?
No, you know, I was under the weather, so I'm
that's-
just coming
I
out.
forgot to
Was
ask
the weather
you.
on top of you?
The weather was on, yeah, the weather was on top of me, so I'm just getting back out now.
Okay, so what we're doing here is saying that if the conversation has been out about the results of what the council folks is going to vote on, and if folks was able to come down to the council to put out their feelings to the council folks, and the council folks still decided to vote not in favor, as you say, of the people, then so that we can move on to this next situation, how is this going to be effective? When will this ordinance or this law or whatever it is become effective?
It's effective the first of the year, immediately, if you want to say that.
Okay, so for us people who are what you call lay people, what is it when you're bringing this up, and it's already been passed, it's been discussed, it's been brought up to the people, but it's a law now as of January, so what is it that the people are supposed to do now? Is there anything that people can do now before we move on, please?
There are things that the people can do. They can question, take issue with the council. Again, this is when you go back and you look at the when this tax exemption came up in 2007, the Detroit News did
Deputy Chief.
Yeah.
Deputy Chief. This is something that, you know, was taking a lot of time with this. It's something that's already passed, and if there is a game plan in terms of what we can do with that, we'll do that. But right now, we're taking a lot of time with this. I don't have but a short period of time, and there are other things I'd like to get into as well.
Okay,
When you come
we'll
back
move on.
when you come back on the second half, if you want to hit this again, you can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll move on, though.
Okay. No, we don't have to move on. For you, if you just hold on, we'll come back to you. But I just want to get someone else involved. Yes, Councilman.
Since he on that subject with the city council, what do you guys think about where they just passed a law that you only can buy so many bullets now? You're only allowed to buy so many bullets.
Well, me, myself, personally, I think that only the military and the police should have guns, all right? Just pure and simple. But that's a moot point because, you know, the Constitution says, you know, you have a right to bear arms. But Reggie Reg, he was he still is my commissioner. And I got to applaud him for what he's doing. He wasn't trying to, you know, take anybody's gun. He just wanted to have another means where it would be a lot more easier for, you know, someone or whoever is the owner of that weapon to be identified. And I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem. And also, I know he's put a limit on the number of bullets you can buy.
Right. Yeah, that's the only problem I have, the limit, because the criminals always have bullets. You can always go outside of the city to buy bullets, you know. So it to me, on the limit on the bullets is not serving nothing because people go get bullets and go outside there. And then, as you're right, if they give you a gun, you should be able to allow to buy bullets. It's not the bullets and the gun; it's the people. They need a limit on
Yeah.
Mary,
Yes,
what do you think about that?
I'm very angry when you talk about property tax. I got to go back to that. But Mr. Tom Wilson, you say you have means. Congratulations.
Well, no, ma'am. I didn't say I
but let me
personally. I
finish.
just used that terminology. That's
No,
all.
but okay. But let somebody else rise above their poverty.
Oh, I agree with you.
Mary,
you know.
Mary,
Yes.
what I want you to do is give me your own interpretation, please.
I have no interpretation.
Oh,
I have
okay.
emotion. When it
Yeah.
comes to low-income people who are trying to rise above
Okay.
their situation. And when it comes to the gun, did he say only the police and the military have guns? Are you kidding me?
No, ma'am, I'm not kidding. That's just my personal opinion.
Well, I'm
Okay.
glad for you.
Okay, Mary,
It's
hold
not
on.
the right
Hold on,
opinion.
Mary. Chief, I'll come back to you in just a moment. Caller, you're live. Can I find out who am I speaking with and your thought, please?
Yeah, good morning. Happy Sunday.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good
Fine.
morning.
Okay.
I don't know. I read a little bit about the exemptions, and I think people need to take advantage of it. I think they got between now and the 8th or the 10th. Also, the council people, I think the guns, I think that was dumb. Because now you're going to send people out of your county to buy bullets, which is going to take revenue out of your city. I'm not understanding these council people. Then they voted to go up on the bus fare while they continue to feed corporate welfare.
Yes.
So they, to me, is part of this society that is causing man-made poverty. How you going to give rich tycoons all our tax monies? So our own taxes are being used to abuse the very people that's being caused and caught up into this man-made poverty crew. This is crazy, man. This is it's like upside down, inside out. What's really going on? It's like people got chips in their head, man. They got chips in their head to get rid of one group to serve another group. And so there are two tails, two cities. Now we got things talking about the mayor and his thing. They blast Kwame all the way to jail. But this person, these crimes go blind. I don't know what else to say, Billy. I'm just frustrated. I'm just
Well, you know what?
spitting it all
But
out.
see, that's what this show, Talk B. Jones, is about. It's about relieving
I'm
that
spitting it
tight.
out, Billy.
Huh?
I gotta spill it out.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Spill the beans.
Yes.
Spill the beans.
That's right.
Yes.
You know, and that's all good.
All right.
That's
Thanks
what
for
I
taking
want.
my call.
Huh?
Thanks for taking my call.
No, you have to understand. I thank you for making the call because you are bringing the conversation that folks want to hear, and we appreciate it. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
She hit the nail.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. She hit the nail on the head with that. You know, I'm a small black business, and I'm catching it, trying to get a small business loan without putting up all kind of house, cars, so on. But we have different nationalities come here without no credit, and they go down there and they give them all kind of business loans to come in our community to take our money. That's one of the things that I'm hot about. You know, I've been trying to get a small business loan, and they want to send me through fire, jump through the hoop with fire. And these other nationalities come here, open up hair shops, open up liquor stores. Now they got weed dispensers, and they get loans, no problem.
Going to have marijuana dispensaries.
Right.
You know, hold on. Just caller, you're live. Could I get who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Barbara,
Hi, Barbara.
Morning.
and concerning the bullets, Mr. Davis just asked the council to back him up with a resolution to take up to, Lansing. Nothing has been passed. Nothing. So I just want to let you know, as of right now, he's not guaranteed it's going to pass. He wanted a backup and to give him a little more, where the people up there would think that they could do something.
Okay. I
So
want
I
to thank
just want
you.
to let you know that that's the way it went.
Okay. I want to thank you for helping us out on that, okay?
Okay, you're welcome.
Is there anything
Bye-bye.
else that you want to discuss or bring to the table this morning? This
Not
evening?
right
This
now.
afternoon?
I just want to listen to y'all.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Deputy Chief, back to you. What are your thoughts about that situation? Do you remember?
About the bullet,
Yes, sir.
I think it was poor legislation or poor plan, whatever you want to call it. Uh, I'm from the South, Billy, and we always had guns. And I think everybody should have as many guns, as many bullets as they want. As Candleman said, it's not the bullets or the guns, it's the people. That's the problem.
Well, do you think, or do you guys think, or you out there can call it 868-0342, 868-0342, area code 313. Do you think that passing this, trying to get this bullet passing situation passed, that it's going to make a difference for folks who really want to have a gun and want to have bullets?
No,
No.
because the guy that killed my daughter was a felon. It didn't stop him from getting bullets and guns.
He wasn't supposed to have a gun,
He
right?
wasn't supposed to have a gun. He wasn't supposed to have bullets. So you're taking it away from the law-abiding people that's able and goes down there and register for this. You know, this guy was a 3-time felon. So how you going to stop it from them? They go get bullets. You know, so like I said, it's poor how they took it to. Reggie is Reggie Reg is good brother. Don't get me wrong, and I feel him. But I disagree with him on that because it didn't stop his brother from getting killed,
Yeah.
my daughter from getting killed. So what are we trying to do?
I got to do a me too. My brother also was gunned down
Right.
under circumstances. Tom, you differ with that, right?
Well, I mean, I look at it as another means of, kind of getting this gun violence under control, okay? Now, I realize pretty much so, in a manner of speaking, gun violence will not be controlled because, I mean, some people, even if you got up here and you walk through their head about gun violence, I mean, they're still going to do what they got to do, whatever that may be.
And I think that's a wonderful thought that you put out there in terms of Mr. Deputy Chief.
Yes, sir.
What is your comeback to that situation about? Like I said, I'm from the South too, sir, and I used to enjoy those little birds. They'd go out and they'd kill about 20 of those little birds, and you'd have enough of maybe 3 or 4 mouthfuls. But
Well, my thing is, I go all the way back to Dennis Archer, Billy.
Okay.
And I was, I had a license to sell guns, okay, in Detroit. Dennis Archer passed legislation in Detroit where you had to be almost like a superhuman to be able to sell guns. And a lot of black gun salesmen in Detroit had to close shop, okay? And so, like I say here again, black people, they can't have bullets, they can't sell guns. I mean, come on. This is crazy.
So will this mean, and this is a question that I'm going to come back to you, Deputy Chief, and the panel here, but I'm going to take this call right here with this thought. Will this mean that the streets will take over the bullets business? No? Caller, you're live.
Praise the Lord. Hello.
Hello, how are you this morning, evening, afternoon?
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for calling.
I have one more comment concerning the bullets. He also mentioned to keep the bullets out of the felons' hands, they had to purchase the bullets at the police department, various official areas. That way the mentally ill and the felons cannot get the bullet.
That was part of his legislation. Now, I agree with you. You can work on it. But I did like a start. That is a big, important start. That means a person that's mentally ill or has a record cannot go to the police department in the city of Detroit and purchase a bullet. So they're running out of bullets. They can have that gun, but we got to do something. We're killing each other. And that is one step. We can always add on, but that's a start, a big start. They're going to run out of bullets, so they're going to have to go to the police department to get some more bullets. And thank you for taking my.
I want to thank you for making that statement, that thought, Gleekin.
I just want to say, what is it, NRA is never going to allow that. It's never going to allow, because the only person the bullet's going to be out of their hands is black folks in the city of Detroit. And it's going to be a black market for bullets. That means they go on the black market and buy the bullets. All you're doing is giving them another outlet to buy the bullets, you know. Because it's going to be bullets bought, just like drugs, you know. It's only in Detroit they trying to do that, because it's not going to pass nowhere else. Believe me, NRA is not going to allow it, you know.
Okay. And Deputy Chief,
Yes.
in your time of handling guns, do you remember Dick Cheney?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Yeah,
Dick Cheney.
Vice
Dick
President.
Cheney, yeah.
Do you remember what Dick Cheney did with his gun?
He shot.
Yeah, he shot one of his colleagues. He shot him in the face. It's supposed to have been duck hunting, but it went the other way.
He was head hunting.
Yeah.
Hold on, Chief. Caller, you're live on the Talk Beat Jones show. And, of course, let me reintroduce the gentleman sitting here with me, sir, to the right.
Tom Wilson.
And,
Kenny the Candle Man.
and caller, I want to let you know that at some point I'm going to exhale. And since we're talking about the guns and the violence and et cetera, let's talk about the folks who are behind the guns, people who are picking them up, buying them, et cetera. We want to talk about a little mental health after we exhale. Caller, you're live. Talk to me, please. Thank you.
Okay, I am talking about the bullets. He is right. They're only going to try to keep them out of black people's hands, and it will be a black market for it. And I want to also point out that over in Chicago, Honorable Minister Farrakhan said they would dump guns and bullets in the alleyways of the black neighborhoods in order for them to come out, commit crimes and things of that nature. It was not done in the other neighborhoods, and how Chicago is very segregated. So we want to look at what's really against us. And I'm not even too sure about this housing exempt for taxes. What's the backlash on that as well?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have anyone any information about that?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that last sentence you spoke?
I said, as far as the housing being exempt in taxes, I would like to know if there's any backlash known about that.
Okay.
Will you lose your house in the end? How long can you stay tax exempt? You know, there's so many other questions and factors behind it that we do not see.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Do you have the answer that you just asked those questions?
Not yet.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll see if someone else may call in, or maybe someone at the panel, or maybe Deputy Chief can answer that question. I know I can't. So we'll let someone else see if they want to try to take a stab at that, okay?
Okay, and one last thing.
Yes, ma'am.
As far as the guns go, I'm looking at the type of weapons that the police have and the uniforms that they have and the military style everything that they have.
Yes.
Hollow point bullets to do the most damage to the body.
And in that mall, and in the mall shooting, they killed another young man, another young black man.
Yeah,
And in fact, they're talking about they're still looking for the shooter. Now, you done shot the wrong guy, killed him, and now you come out talking about, oh, we made a mistake, and the guy who actually did the shooting is still loose.
Ain't that sad? That's bad.
And then the green lights. The cameras are not clear. That's intentional.
Right.
They told us that we
all
had.
these green light buildings.
Now they had Chief Craig, and they also had Mayor Duggan here, speaking about the green light and how clear, and how it's in right now time, right now up to date, right now time, so they could see a situation and respond to it. And so, are you saying that you have knowledge that the cameras that's showing back at the police department is not clear?
I was told that from other people, the cameras are not clear.
Okay.
You see, how do you expect to see someone? But even in the end, the criminal is covering their faces, know how to cover their faces in order not to be seen.
Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. You're asking some very wonderful questions, and I hope that if there's some time or you come up with something else, please call us again, okay?
Thank you.
Appreciate your call.
That's right. And while she was speaking on that, what about the guy that they killed that say he shot the dog and can't find no gun over in Warren? They never found no gun.
They still haven't found a gun?
To my knowledge, from looking at the news, they haven't found a gun yet. And then why didn't they check and see what bullet shot the dog?
That's right.
They could have went that route.
Oh, man, you're making me so, I got to exhale. Got to exhale because this is getting good, and maybe we can talk about some mental issues and some other things that you want to get into. And I'm sure Deputy Chief wants to give us some more clarification about that situation that presented to the City Council that was voted on a 8-1 situation. Okay, Deputy Chief?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. And, man, sometimes you be here and your mind get to pumping and your heart get to racing, your stomach get tight, your head, oh, Lord. So I have to exhale, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't forget, this is Talk B. Jones, and a man to the right is?
Tom Wilson.
The man to the left is?
Kenny Candleman.
And the man on the phone is?
Deputy Chief Reginald Amos.
Hold on, and caller, just before I exhale, can I get whom I have waiting, please?
Good morning.
Hello, hold on, please. Thank you. And so we're going to allow me to exhale for just a few moments here, please. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And
Bon Appetit, Elegant Catering. We now deliver. Pre-order your dinners today. Most Wanted Platter. Visit our website, bonappetitelegantcatering.com. Barbecue rib dinners. We now deliver. Shrimp dinners. We now deliver. Fried chicken dinners. We now deliver. Lamb chop dinners. We now deliver. Fish dinners. We now deliver. Surf and turf dinners at Bon Appetit. We now deliver. Give us a call, 313-444-5048.
this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy Jones. I want to invite you to listen, to watch, and to participate every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's right, from 9 to 10 a.m. That's the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Dr. Talk. Make sure you tune in every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's Talk Beat Jones. Remember, tell your friends. Talk Beat Jones, we're now on Sundays from 9 to 10 a.m. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones. We're hot and real quick. The House takes over Betty Cook Scott's office.
Yay.
So she is...
She's out.
She's out of there, per se. The Benton Harbor, they tested some homes, and they have a problem with high lead levels. How about that? We have also, no, I don't want to go there. Also, they're talking about, Nolan Finley is talking about, he is out to buy the shop for marijuana products for the first time illegally. This is from Nolan Finley. But he says already in Michigan, local communities are opting out of pot sales. If the state's experience with medical marijuana is a guide, the stores will be heavily concentrated in urban areas like Detroit. Now, he went to Colorado to try to buy some legal recreational marijuana, and there seems to be a divide. You got a store that sell recreational marijuana, and that is also, now they have of course, the medical dispensaries. So there are two different guidelines with that. Right. So we want to just kind of put that in there too. Hello.
Yes.
Give me a quickie on this situation that has already been voted upon by the council, please.
Well, I put it like this, Billy. Everyone needs to Google tax breaks for needy abuse. That's in the Detroit News, and you'll see getting the Times statement about the well-off, if you will, about tax exemptions. You'll see where the well-to-do people, they were getting as much as $16,000 tax breaks. They're living in Palmerwood, Sherwood Forest. Person living on Burlingame and Dexter had to pay $2,000-$3,000 in taxes. And what we found out, this is a committee that's appointed by the city council members, and these are their friends, okay, giving out these tax exemptions, and it's not right.
Well, don't you think that when you look at the city council and how chummy they are, and you look at the commissioners, these are folks that are well put in place with the council folks as well. So if you have friends taking care of friends, what type of city government are we having now?
Yeah, and this is why you hear Kenny and myself say, hey, you need to call us so you can run. We can get people to run for elected office that's going to represent the people's interests, not their individual interests. And this, like I say, I went back 18 years, researched. We know the council is screwed up, but if you Google Michigan vote, you will see for 18 years our representatives in Lansing that look like you and I, they've been screwing us. Okay.
Okay.
It's crazy. How do you miss 436 votes? Okay, as high as 436 votes.
Okay.
But you're getting paid.
Okay. Hold on, please. Caller, you're live.
Good morning, Mo.
Hey. Hello, Mr. Sam. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for calling.
And let's go back to the Second Amendment.
I'm sorry. Your phone broke up on me.
I want to go back to the Second Amendment.
Second Amendment, okay.
Tom, you are an educator, so you know that there are modifiers in English language.
Hey, Sam, are you
Yes.
on the speakerphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that better?
How's that now?
Is
You
that
got to go ahead and talk so we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No one talks about the modifier in the Second Amendment. In order to have a well-regulated militia, the amendment was written when we had militias, not people crawling around in the northern woods of Michigan shooting guns. It is limited to a well-regulated amendment. Nobody talks about the Supreme Court having anything to do with the regulation of the Second Amendment. We need to have that amendment interpreted to have limitations and not a wholesale selling of and purchasing of military-style weapons and so forth. What do you think about that?
Guys. Hold on just a minute.
I'm through. I let somebody else get in.
Hold on just a minute.
Let me just say one more thing.
Okay, go ahead,
You
Sam.
remember they used to have armories.
Yes, armory.
When the nation was under attack or during the British during the time of the British, you went to an armory and armed the people. So again, I think the problem is not so much the right to bear arms, but the problem is the interpretation of who should bear arms. Have a blessed day.
I appreciate that, Sam. And going along with that thought, can we interject the mental state? So many times we hear folks saying, or situations where people say that person has a mental issue, a mental problem. How do we go about determining a person is having a mental issue before that person actually breaks down and you can see that person is troubled?
Well, you know what? In terms of what you just said, I mean, unless a person, and my phrase here is like...
You got 25 years in that.
Yeah, I work with from children all the way up to adults.
Okay.
I worked from like 73 to 97. Outpatient clinics, and also I was worked in a hospital where you had to have a key to get on the unit and off the unit. And mental illness is such an insidious disease to the point that some people that are mentally ill, you would never know they're mentally ill because they can mask real well. And, and that kind of thing. And like you said, how can you tell? I mean, yeah, we can tell some folks, because we see them on the street every day. But I'm saying those folks, I mean, some of them, they look just like the three of us sitting here. But I mean, in terms of what's up in their head, it's a whole different story. I mean, it's not normal thinking. I mean, because you have like auditory hallucinations, you have visual hallucinations, and sometimes, those things that these people are hearing, they're telling them to do some, hellacious things.
What about folks who are police officers who have been convicted of pulling over citizens, women, and raping the women? And not just one, but on a continuous basis. We've had officers who have been convicted of this particular type of crime. Are they mentally sick?
It's really hard to say, just given that, because, most times when people are basically, you're going to be categorized in terms of what kind of mental illness you have, you're going to have to sit there before a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and, they will sit there and make a determination in terms of that conversation that they had, in terms of what, the patient's response was to the questions and what have you. Now, when I worked in the hospital, we worked as a team of people, mental health workers, other therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, and we had a history there with us to, with this person. And so, but, like you said about the cop that has repeatedly, pulled women over and raped them.
That was just an
I
idea.
understand.
I'm saying to the family, that was just an idea because it actually has happened here.
Right.
What about you? What is your idea?
Well,
Alabama?
I worked at a mental health center outpatient, and like Tom said, I have to agree with him on some. Some people couldn't hide it because I used to be talking with guys, man, and I'm like, "What you doing in here, man?" And then the next moment, the guy over there doing something crazy, and I'm like, so some of them know how to keep it within themselves.
Yeah.
So that right there is very hard, because I couldn't understand a lot of them when I was there, being in that clinic, and then I used to ask them, "What you here just to get a check?"
Yeah.
And they closed down a lot of the clinics.
They sure did. John
Eloise,
England.
Northfield, and all them for the patients to go to.
Yeah,
you go down the street, you see them walking up down the street, and you're like, what is this guy doing on the block?
Right, right.
What about you, Deb?
Hey, that's not my background.
Well, the reason I asked you what about your thought, because let us be clear, as you spent all of those years working in the fire department, I am positive, sir, that you've come across some folks that had some difference of thought, opinions, etc., and how they wanted to go about doing their actions. So it's not about you, but in terms of your being able to observe folks that you may have worked around, people may have worked under you or above you, and some folks had the reputation of having a real serious mental issue. That happens everywhere.
Since you put it like that, Billy, I see those folks every day. I look at the council, I look at the mayor, I look at the leadership in the fire department. Hey, the craziness come in all shape, forms, color.
Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more serious here with this particular scenario. You've got children. You have children that are in households in which little boys, little girls, and we say little boys, little girls, but those little boys, those little girls, they grew up to be teenagers as well. And do you think that they would have forgotten the abuse, the lack of power they had over their own body, and not being able to determine why folks are doing these things to them? And there is a secret place they go to where they hide their anger as they're moving forward and as they're growing older. What about the folks who are watching all of these video games that teaches them how to kill, how to use the guns, how to prepare to do mass murders, etc.? Do you feel that these particular type of situations can enlighten or engage folk in wanting to do some crazy, to us crazy, but for them it's like, oh, here's how the games do this. I'm doing it with my play stick or video stick or joystick or whatever. Now let me go out and do it for real.
Well,
I
yeah.
know how to plan for this.
And you know, and to me, that's the problem, because every person that watches those videos, I mean, Otis didn't build an elevator. All of the screws aren't tied down real tight. And I mean, the next thing you know, you sitting there watching the video, and then it's played out on the street.
That's right.
And, you know, it's, like I said, mental illness is very insidious, and it has been said before. You know, look, you know, Chief said, he sees them every day, and we do see them every day. I mean, the ones that I've seen, I've seen some former patients, and I mean, you look in their eyes, and there's nothing there.
Nothing there.
It's like there's
kind of like what they told us was going to happen with as the crack babies was going to grow up, look like you, have hands, eyes, nose, and everything, but they're missing that certain little something in the brain.
That wiring is not all.
Their wiring is not all, but they'll look good. Some girls get hurt because he looks good. He looks good, so therefore I'm going to take a chance with him. I'm going to bring my children that I have already, bring them into the relationship, or I'm going to have a baby by him because he looks good.
Right. Yeah.
And then you turn around and, you know, I mean, so we have all these situations where women are trying to move away from a relationship and they end up getting murdered.
Right.
But let us be real clear. Now we have women who are killing women because they're wanting to get out the relationship as well as men who are involved with men. They too do the same thing.
Yeah. Yes. Prime example. Look at the young lady that stabbed the young girl over the guy.
Yes.
You wouldn't, you know. Look at the mind setting of our young people. Not only young, all ages. Look at the mind setting and what they do. They, you know, this computer thing. It was good on one hand, but it was bad on the other. You got a lot of perverts going on the computer, messing with kids, meeting kids. You know, it's sad, man. It's very sad. It's a mind thing. All of the elevator is not going all the way up to the top.
Yeah, I mean,
you're watching Talk B. Jones. Remember, we're live every Sunday from 9 to 10, and you can call us still at this particular point, which is 313-868-0342. And you can call and give us your thoughts, your feelings, as we are here right now. Whether it's the morning, the evening, the afternoon, we're here with you. So, Deb.
Yes.
What are your thoughts real quick?
Well, I mean, like Kenny and Tom, they're right on this issue about mental health. In Detroit, it's a serious problem. It goes all the way back to when English shut hospitals down, and it's it's been a serious problem in Detroit ever since. But as far as this bullet situation, Billy, and everybody's talking about, let the police handle it and this, that, and other. Hey, the police, we don't have enough cops as it is. I mean, I think we're down to the manpower of the 40s, okay? And it's just like the towing situation. You don't have enough cops to handle the towing situation. But now you want to put bullet dispensing on the cops. Come on. I mean, people need to get serious.
Oh, so what you're saying is that they put the towing on the police now, and now you want to have the police selling the bullets.
Yeah.
And you don't have enough manpower. Now,
when
I
is
was
the police
watching,
gonna take
but
care-
Deputy Chief, I
take
was
care of the
watching,
neighborhood?
going down Livernois, I was watching a funeral,
Okay.
and I was able to observe at least almost 9 police cars parked around that funeral home or church or whatever. So what is the manpower that allocates that many police officers to be stationary at a funeral?
Well, I'm not sure what the manpower is in terms of when they can do it, but evidently that was a person of, if you want to say, prominence in Detroit. Someone that supposedly has been a leader or something like that. Again, a person of prominence. It's always been that way in Detroit.
And I've also was able to observe at some particular time, as time goes on, you also find folks who are in the underworld that receive that type of coverage at their funeral.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hold on, please. Caller, you're live. Can I get who am I speaking with? And remember,
As me, I fall back on the mental issue.
okay.
I see mental health issues politically where the policies creates the conditionings. So it's like the chiefs at the top cause a domino effects towards the rest of the people in the community where we all crazy. From the presidency, the governorship, the council seats, and it's all based on these racist control freaks that makes the policies to cause the austerities. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for calling. Remember, you're always welcome. Okay. So now we understand, we see all of these particular mass shootings.
Right.
We see folks getting shot for no reason. People ride by, shoot folks. And then I hear folks are always saying, who are people in the responsible situation, they're always saying, it got to stop. This can't keep going on. And I asked the question, like I asked the black folks, and what they continue to say, when we get together, these are the things we're going to be able to accomplish. And I come back with the question of asking, how long have we been asking the question about us coming together and then watching our leaders, even if they're in the same room, walk past each other without engaging and trying to figure out how to work together with their separate camps coming together? So when we ask, when will it stop? We need to have this to stop. As long as we have folks who are having mental issues, that means that they have a situation where at any given time their button can be pushed. That may be playing a video game. That may be watching the TV series, because if you watch TV series, it's not like the old days.
Right.
Now they got everything, including how the young girl could see how folks planned to come to school, because they have that type of TV series going on and things showing in the movies, The Walking Dead, that here's what you do. If you want to take somebody out, bring your knife, hide it, and then without any warning, you just start stabbing. They can learn this, just like they can learn the songs. They can learn how to help me, Tom.
Well, I'm going to say this about mental illness. It should be dealt with. I mean, we need to do more than just show, commercials about Latuda and, the drug that cools out depression and stuff. It needs to be talked about more. And I'm not just necessarily talking about panels of, folks got more degrees than a thermostat, okay? But, I mean, it needs to be brought right down to the people in the neighborhood and, have a talk about it. And, it should be treated just like you have any other kind of physical ailment, like the flu, you get a shot. I mean, you got a cold. Well, they haven't figured out a cold yet. But, those things that are physical, mental illness should be treated the same way instead of, in my opinion, what it does is people just pull the rug up and they sweep it under there until the next time something tragic happens.
I'm going to say this, and Candleman, I want to see some of it because I'm about to go kind of like bonkers with the smell of your product.
Yeah.
I'm about to go crazy. And like Tom talked about, did you say you ate one or something?
Well, back years ago, I was over my mother-in-law's house, and I saw these French fries on the table. And I picked one up, and sure enough, somebody had carved a real pretty French fry out of a bar of soap. And, but, I mean, it just looked that inviting, and it actually looked real, just like what's on that table.
Well, Candleman, let us, hold on, caller. Candleman, why don't you describe, you can see on look at the TV monitor.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of my award-winning candles, brownie with ice cream on the top. You got the cherry on top of that, and it got the strawberry toppings around the side. I mean, you have to.
Oh, the smell is awesome.
It smells delicious.
I mean, you don't even have to light it for it to smell up your room.
That's right.
I don't need a fragrance. I'm going to buy me some of these candles, just put it around my house.
We also carry the apple pie.
Ooh, look at that pie.
That's real nice. I mean, you guys got to call to get your order in because they go fast, and I have back orders and things. So if you want them for Christmas gift, a lot of people use them for Christmas gift to give to people. This is one of my peach ones, the Latin top. Pie. It's another one, a great pie that people usually buy from me and send to gifts. When you're at work and you only should spend a certain amount of money, these here, the cost is low. They're available where people on low income can buy them. So
they can get more information.
You can get more information if you call 313-778-0979.
Give me your number one more time. And also for folks who are looking to talk on a political situation and about making an appearance on the program, give that number, please.
313-778-0979.
And when I come back real quickly, I want to hit this if I can.
Okay.
Caller, you're live.
I want to make a quick statement. The medical professional next to you, they have, you know what they're doing? The National Institute of Health stated that the parents are putting children on medication to get money. That is a fact. Everybody know it now. These people are putting their children on that bipolar medicine so they can get more money. Now, that's sad. So they should make a system or something where they can double-check those children before they're put on any type of medication. Independent doctors, check them out. And Candleman, I'm waiting for my candle.
They're on the way. Thank you very much, too, for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate it.
God bless you all.
And call anytime and make your thoughts out. Let your thoughts be known, okay? Bye-bye. And I see that Reginald Amos Deputy Chief has decided to leave us. We were about to do closeout real quickly. Give me a closeout, Tom.
Like I said, we've got to, and with mental illness, we got to do more than give lip service. Former Governor John England, that man was evil incarnate when it came down to the mentally ill. He closed Lafayette Clinic. He closed the Detroit Psychiatric Institute. This man just tore the mental health, profession. To where people can go and get services. He just messed it up.
Sir?
Yes.
Real quickly.
Real quickly, I'm saying I'd like for you people in Detroit to support small black business. That's the only way we gonna make it. It's a shoe shop on Livernois called the House of Morrison. I'm trying to get on the show so you guys can hear more of her. It's on Livernois and 7 Mile, 18933 Livernois Avenue.
And I am Billy Jones, Billy E. Jones. And this is Talk Beat Jones. Remember, I want to throw a shout out to the folks who are sending in their donations to see that Talk Beat Jones is able to expand the time zones. I want to thank you very much, Melvin. Thank you very much, bro. Again, family, call me at 313-412-3111. That's 313-412-3111. And yes, Mr. Tyler, Henry Tyler, the Executive Vice President, General Manager, is looking at me, throwing his fist up, letting me know, am I about to be saying goodbye? Yes, I am. Fellas, I want to thank you, Tom.
All right. You're welcome.
Give my hand, but don't leave me hanging.
Oh,
And to Kelder Man, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
And
you.
family, to you, blessings to you, love to you, and remember, continue to watch TV 33, Cable Channel 91, and especially give me that big shout out when you see Talk Beat Jones. Billy Jones. Let him know. You need to play more of that Talk Beat Jones, Mr. Tyler. Oh, my head. Oh, he done let me know it's going to be bad today. Anyway, 313-412-3111. Fellas, can I see you back some other time? Sometime when you got some time? I'll take
Yes.
time. I'll take any time. But whatever time you got, I'll take a little time.
No problem.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you so very much, fellas, and thank you so very much, family. We love you. Please continue to support Talk Beat Jones and support these gentlemen and support the callers as well. We love you. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this